Hi. So this morning I posted about probable versus possible, right? So I want to talk about where that came from. Yes, we're spending a couple minutes in Sass's brain. Hallelujah, right? So some of you know the story of Roger Bannister. He was a runner in the 1950s. And at 25 years old, he decided he was going to break the 4-minute mile, okay? Now, the world told him he could not do under 4-minute mile, right? So what happened was everybody he talked to, whether it was doctors or they told him, you know what, our bodies can't do it. If you try to make your body do that, you try to do a 4-minute mile, you could have a heart attack, you could have a stroke. He had doctors that told him like his heart could explode. That is how serious it was if you try to do a 4-minute mile. But Roger Bannister, in May of 1954, at just 25 years old, ran a 3:59.4. He just eked under that 4-minute mile, and he didn't die, right? His heart didn't explode. He didn't have a stroke at a half a mile. He didn't die. So I want you to think about the barriers he broke, because they told him it wasn't like you would probably die. You would probably do all these things, but he saw the possible. He knew he wanted to break the 4-minute mile. So not just the physical barriers for others, because now they saw, okay, our bodies can do that, but think of the psychological barriers, right? Most of our battles start right in here. We think we can't, so we don't. But Roger Bannister showed that all these things that they were being told weren't real. So all those psychological barriers came down for all those people who were scared to try. And you know what? Once those walls came down, it didn't take but a second for other people to realize that, oh my gosh, the possible can be done. And it only took 46 days for John Landy to then run a 3:57.9. 46 days later. So what was the determining factor? Those walls came down. He stopped living in the I would probably hurt myself and that it's possible to be faster than Roger Bannister, right? And you know what? Since 1954, countless people have run under a 4-minute mile. In fact, there have been 13 more people to hold records. In fact, the current record sits at 3:43.13, and he is the 13th person to hold a record with the 4-minute mile. So guys, we got to embrace the possible, not the probable. I'm going to tell you about somebody else who really inspires me to look at the possible. Her name is Cecilia Stoll. Most of you don't know her or may never know her, or even may never hear of her unless we talk about her like this. But as a young lady, she came to this country from Brazil on a student visa. And Cecilia Stoll could have said, I will probably be a secretary for the rest of my life. But she saw the possible. And most of y'all know I have my own health and wellness business. And if you go straight up my success line, Cecilia Stoll is at the tippy top. She is the #1 income earner like in the globe. And not only has she risen to national vice president, she has taken 12 people with her that dreamed as big as she did. So because she didn't say, I'll probably be a secretary forever, she saw the possibilities, and she is now a national vice president with 12 nations up there at the tippy top with her, helping others to thrive and grow and see their dreams and find freedom and health. And so all those things are there. And now I know it is probable I will be a national vice president. Duh, right? But because of the Roger Bannisters and the Cecilia Stolls, it is possible that I'm a national vice president and I take not just 12 people, but why not 15 or 20 people with me to the tippy top, right? If you can do 12, you can do 20, right? So you know what? If you are still living in the I will probably only lane, we need to chat because your dreams are too small. We need to show people that we are the Roger Bannisters and John Landys of the world. Because you know what? If Cecilia can do 12 like Roger Bannister, well then guess what? Sass can do 15 or 20 and be the John Landy that shows what's possible. Because you know what? Some people will never get out of the probable lane unless we show them what exists in the possible lane. Guys, not probable, possible. Big dreams. Love ya.